All right, so let's talk about biomes. And biomes, and specifically, we're talking about terrestrial biomes. It's two R's. Those are the biomes that are found on landforms. And those are what we call climax communities, or stable ecosystems. And they're actually collections of ecosystems. There are micro ecosystems and macro ecosystems. These are big areas of the planet on land that develop due to the abiotic conditions such as climates, water availability, and in climates we would also have temperatures. Now they went through quite a few. Your book goes through tundra, boreal forest, temperate woodland, shrubland, temperate grassland, deserts, savanna, tropical seasonal forest, and tropical rainforest. I don't think I really need to go through each one of those with you. You've read that, and you've probably seen television shows and movies and videos and have some experience with each of those. What I would like to do is look at some of the biomes, if you will, that are around our particular area. So North America would be my focus. And if we start at the North Pole, we have the first biome we can recognize is tundra. Tundra is characterized as having permafrost. Permafrost is permanently frozen ground underneath the surface. So the surface of the soil does thaw seasonally and allows for the growth of some organisms. Deep roots won't last because frozen water is really not available to life, at least in general. Below the tundra, we're going to have boreal forests. And boreal forests are also called taiga. They are mostly evergreens. They're different than when we get a little further down than that, and when we get to temperate forest. And here in Aroostook County, we're kind of close to the border, at least this part of Aroostook County, the border between a boreal forest and a temperate forest. We're more temperate forest than we are boreal forest. We have deciduous trees here, and you're probably familiar with the type of organisms that live in our area. Further south, basically, we get temperate grasslands. And those temperate grasslands are our wheat belt across much of the Midwest, where we grow a lot of our food. If you keep going downward below that, you would get to deserts in some places. We can go far enough down, we'll get to tropical rainforests around the equator. Deserts, I would point out, as your book did, starting at the North Pole, equator. Deserts, all continents except Europe. So there is no desert in Europe, but in Africa, Asia, North America, South America, there are deserts. And deserts are characterized by their lack of rainfall and the large variation in temperature daily between the daytime and the nighttime. So those cover a lot of the different places, different climates, different climax communities, we call them biomes, that exist on our planet, on the land masses of our planets. And so when we talk about organisms having adaptations that have evolved over time, many of those adaptations are ways to deal with the particular conditions you find in each of these biomes. When we talk about energy needs, these biomes can support a certain number of organisms based on their primary producers. More primary producers will support more secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. So it really does all tie together. And hopefully this stuff will give you kind of a bigger picture of how everything we've talked about in such detail all year fits into this bigger picture. I don't know if that all makes sense, but hey, we're all getting through this together. All right, again, the weather is turning nice. We've got Memorial Day weekend coming up, so I hope that you will, like I am going to, take advantage of the long weekend, and we'll keep this going.